So you can take your hands off the wheel. Take it right on off. You know when they say Jesus take the wheel, Jesus take the wheel. Here's what I want to talk about. There is a lot of times where we give things up to source, up to God, up to the universe, but yet we still have our hands in every piece of the detail, and we're still checking in. How's it going? Where's the blessing? I'm looking for an update, when in reality we don't have to worry about anything. To take your hands off the wheel means to also take your thoughts off the wheel. You don't have to take your thoughts off the road. You know what I mean? You don't have to be so concerned about, the ongoings of source, of God. And that's been very tough for me. And I think it stems from, or can stem from, how we grew up in the household, especially when we look into masculine energies and how they ran the household and how they took care of us, right? So for an example, my father was present in the household and he made sure we had everything we needed. But when it came to things that maybe we wanted, it felt more like, not necessarily a hassle, but it would be things like, I will do this, but then it falls through. So there's no follow through with what it said would be done. And so I found myself, and still kind of find myself, saying, well, I'll just do it myself. If you want something done right, do it yourself, because you can't trust anybody to do it right. And this is particularly a problem, I guess. Well, I don't know if it's a problem at all points of life, but at this moment when I'm trying to develop this connection with the universe and with God, which is oftentimes seen as a masculine energy, even though source is genderless, so they say, I don't know, but when you think of God, and I think of a masculine, and to have that, I wouldn't call it trauma, but to have that pattern be, masculines don't show up to give me what I want. They don't follow through on the decisions that have already been discussed, even though they say, oh yeah, I'll do that for you, but then they turn around and flip the script and act like they didn't say what they said. It's like, well, yeah, I can trust that God will give me what I need, even if it's like almost like pulling teeth. But to give me what I want, I don't know. I'm going to have to remind him over and over and over again. Or, I might get the promise, but will I ever see the promise? And that doubt really does carry over into our relationships and our connection with God. So I'm learning, and I'm encouraging you to learn how to take your hands off the wheel and trust that God is not the same as our fathers, as our earthly father. Now, if you had a great father who carried through, I love that. But if you feel like you cannot let go of the control, and you feel like, and I want you to just think about this, do the masculines in my life pull through for me? Do they do more and above and beyond, exceedingly abundantly, than what I even asked them to? Do they do things without me even asking? See what those patterns are, and that's what I'm definitely doing, and see how that impacts your relationship with divine, your higher self, God, source, energy, because I feel like it's impacting, because I'm saying, oh yeah, I want this, God, I want this. And then I know that, I'm heard, I'm listened to, and I know that what I need gets supplied. But do I trust that, like, the universe wants to spoil me if I've not ever been spoiled? And if I have been spoiled, it's been connected to me doing a good job, me getting good grades in school, me being a good daughter, me doing the chores and washing the dishes. Have I gotten any reward outside of me having to do something for it? It's very slim. Very slim. I know that seems kind of like, well, what do you mean? It's like, you know what it's like. So my message, and I'm gonna wrap it up because I don't think I really need to go too deep into it. I think you understand what I'm saying, is that we need to learn how to take our hands off the wheel and allow God, who's the boss, to be the boss, and to trust that the masculine energy is here to take care of you and spoil you, especially if you're feminine. But even if you're not, trust that your higher source, God, is looking out for you and wants the best for you and always wants to prosper us. And it's not going to take any pulling teeth. I don't have to remind over and over again. I can sit back and relax and do my part. Now, I'm not saying you don't have to do anything. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is, what you know you're called to do, and leave the rest, the how, the when, the details, up to the provider who truly has your best intentions in mind and wants to see you happy and wants to see you rest and relax and wants to see you go frolic in the woods and do your projects and be successful and abundant. That's what God, source, universe wants, even if our physical human masculine energies don't always show us that. Okay? Yeah. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. Let me know your experience, and if you notice that pattern, how do you feel your relationships have been impacted by the way you were raised, family conditioning patterns that we witnessed between our parents, if we even seen any healthy dynamics, especially if you are a daughter. Okay, so I'll wrap it up right there. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button and hit the like button, and let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see y'all in the next one.